And we're back. Apologies for the absence. Happy Easter. We are now uploading every Sunday without fail. And we're just going to give you the best content and looking forward to it. All right, so the first thing on our agenda, the overall market. So the Dow, it's trending up as people go back to work. The NASDAQ, which follows tech stocks, is trading sideways, but nothing bad to report. And the S&P 500 has recently broken a huge resistance of $400, and let's see if it holds. I think it will. Moving into the EV sector, last month there's been an EV crash, and personally I think it's due to Tesla influencing the entire EV market, and simply stated, Tesla is overvalued at $900, it's overvalued $800. So that's my interpretation of why the EV market crashed in the past month. Shakar, what do you think?
I just think it was just a sell-off in general. People, with the large gains that they had over the past year, just decided to sell off, and that caused a whole panic. And also it was the I think overreaction to the 10-year bonds just spiking. So
yeah, definitely. Moving on to crypto. Bitcoin has been forming an inverse head and shoulders, which is a bullish technical analysis pattern, which indicates to us that in the next week or so, Bitcoin could or likely will go down to around 53,000, where it will find resistance and then break out to possibly over $62,000. But in more fundamental news, Morgan Stanley has been in the news a ton regarding Bitcoin. Shakar, what's going on with Morgan Stanley and these other brokerages?
So Morgan Stanley this month, a lot of great things have happened with them. Basically, a lot of their wealthy clients expressed a demand for Bitcoin, and Morgan Stanley finally agreed. So now they are selling Bitcoin to their wealthy clients, and these are whales, $1 million transactions a day. And they also filed for a Bitcoin ETF, along with Fidelity and Goldman Sachs, which is huge news because there is zero Bitcoin ETFs in the USA. There's only 2 in Canada, and I believe that's it. Maybe Mexico has one as well. But it's still very bullish news in the long term.
And Shakar, what would be your price prediction at the end of April? And also, could you give us a little historical insight about the March and April phenomenon that goes on?
Yeah, so in previous cycles, this is the third one that we're in. March has been notoriously known as a bad month, and April has been notoriously known for a great month, anywhere from 30 to 40% gains in the month of April. So I'm very excited for this month. I mean, as we all are. And I see Bitcoin being at least $70,000 by the end of April.
That's fantastic. Moving on to Ethereum. It recently broke $2,000, and there's been multiple catalysts. The main one being Visa. Visa is now incorporating Ethereum blockchain technology into their platform. So, Shakar, what's going on with Ethereum in April? Price prediction for April, and maybe a price prediction for the end of this cycle.
Yeah, so for April, I see it as a huge month for Ethereum. I think by the end of April, we could be around anywhere from $2,500 to $3,000 for sure, because Ethereum has been kind of trading sideways and kind of flat for the past 2 months, and it just broke out of a symmetrical triangle, and the breakout target is 2,600. So just look out for the next couple of weeks, mid-April or third week of April, it should hit that target of $2,600. And for the end of the cycle, around September, October, I see it at $10,000, but it could very well hit 20,000 and 15 to 20,000.
And what makes these cycles? I know this is Bitcoin's third cycle. Why do these cycles keep occurring?
Yeah, so what happens is that every 4 years there's a halving event where basically the supply, like for miners or just the supply in general just gets cut in half. So it's just every cycle, it's harder and harder to mine for Bitcoin. For example, we have 88% of the Bitcoin all mined up right now, and the remaining 12% will actually be harder to mine than ever. So it may not even happen in our lifetime that all of Bitcoin will be mined up, because it just takes an enormous amount of resources and energy. And basically, every 4 years there's the halving event, and ever since that, the halving event, there's been an 18-month bull run. And this bull run, people think that it could be a super cycle. Basically just means that it'll just keep going up and up. But I don't think that that's going to happen, because I feel like there's definitely going to be people that got in last March at around $3,000 and $100, $3,000 for Bitcoin and $100 for Ethereum, and they're going to definitely want to take profits. So I definitely see, the cycle ending, after 18 months from the start, which would be in September.
So to wrap up this Sunday stock preview, we're going to leave you with 2 stocks to have on your watch list for this upcoming week. First, we have FRX, Forest Road Acquisition Company or Corporation, and they are a SPAC, which is a special purpose acquisition company, meaning an investor company partners with a company that wants to go public, and they go public through a SPAC. It's quicker, it's more efficient, and it has gained a ton of traction in recent years. So FRX. For SPACs, there's a baseline of about $10 because private investors get in at $9, and then the SPAC goes public at a baseline of $10. Sometimes the SPAC can IPO at a higher valuation, but there is a baseline of $10. If you look at the chart of FRX, we are approaching that $10 baseline, and we actually dipped under that $10 baseline last week. We went down to about $9.98. And as you can see on the chart, we shot right back up to about $10.30. So if you are looking to make a quick buck, keep FRX on your watch list, and if it goes anywhere near $10, I'd recommend buying. Moving on, we have ticker symbol BUZZ. So what this is, Dave Portnoy created an ETF of the top 25 trending stocks on social media, and it changes every month, and I think this is super interesting. Chikara actually put me onto this stock. Anything else to say about it?
Portnoy, I think he's a great guy. He's pretty funny. I'm a fan. You look at their holdings, and it changes monthly based on what's trending and what's not. And I think that's a great idea, because if this ETF was live back in when GameStop was talked about, then people would have made a lot of money. It's an ETF. Keep in mind, it's not like a stock, so it moves kind of like the S&P 500 and the SPY. It's kind of slow, not crazy jumps. But for long-term investment, I actually think that it's a pretty good one. So yeah.
Agreed. I think it's super cool. It's super interesting. I'll definitely keep it on my watch list and see how it progresses in the near future. All right, well, that wraps up our Sunday stock preview. Thanks for tuning in. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and share this to your friends. Thanks.